Welcome to another Love to RV25. Our Southwest Tour continues as we get ready to leave Durango, Colorado and start heading to Bluff, Utah. This was the Alpine Rose RV Park. It had a great little restaurant that they had homegrown vegetables and stuff there. The restrooms were adequate. Had a couple of showers, a couple of toilets. Nice and clean. The overall area a little crowded, but overall wasn't bad. Full hookups, 50 and 30 amp. Of course, the day we left, it was pouring rain earlier, and then a little sunny off and on. This is Durango, Colorado. You have to go through Highway 550 going southbound. So we're heading to Bluff, Utah today. It's only about a 155-mile trip today. So the weather today was kind of a mixed bag all day long. We had crazy cloud formations, we had hail, wind, and all that good stuff. This is the town of Cortez as you're going down Highway 160. It just got the rain in here earlier. You go right down Main Street. The little place right there was actually a great mom and pop establishment. Love's Travel Center. It was brand new. It was only $3.84 per gallon. This is September of 25. Put 74 gallons in there. And then as we left, it ran to another rainstorm. And ran to many of these today. But overall, the roads were okay. The rig did fine. And then, like I said, it's getting sunny. Look at the clouds over there. This is the Four Corner Monument. We got to go in here, show our name badges for Fantasy RV Tours, and get inside the place. So yeah, this is Four Corners. Like it says, what are the states? Can you name the states at the Four Corners? Come on, you got it. Name the states. So it is a Native American land, Navajo Nation. It helps fund the projects there. Name the flags. So your guess, come on, guess. What are the four states? There's the four states in the middle there. That's where they all meet up. So what are they? So that's us. I'm on one side, Trina's on the other side. So there's your states: Utah, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico. And of course, here comes the rain and the wind. Thought we better get out before it gets really crazy. Most of us started leaving. You can see how fast the rain came, and look at how fast the water's just flowing down the road already, and even on the sides there. They'll be in the porta potties a couple hours later. They might be floated away. Don't know that, but. And then it clears up. We had a nice time here, heading to Bluff, Utah. And then it poured again. For a while, we went through a crazy rainstorm. As you can tell, the road's pretty wet. We go across this river, and it's flowing pretty well. And also, the hillsides above us there got little waterfalls. So there's a river. It looks like it's got lots of water in it. And then if you look straight ahead, kind of hard to tell, but the hills have waterfalls coming off of them. There's one right there to the right. There's a couple. And then go up the hill, make the right, and hit the bluff, and it's sunny. Looks like it hasn't rained here at all. But it started to when we arrived. This is Cottonwood RV Park in Bluff, Utah. Kind of the southeast corner of Utah. Place was A-okay, gravel areas. Kind of a little privacy with all the trees in between you. You had a bench, full hookups. And then this other storm decides it wants to come in. You can see the wind blowing. The place had a huge area. You could run the dogs around. Had a play area. And then it poured. Look at that water just rolling down the road there. And it got pretty high. It got ankle deep eventually. And of course, eventually, we get done this rainstorm. The dog wants to go out and play. Of course, she finds a stick and just takes off. Yeah, she was a little muddy at the end there, but we cleaned her up. The next day, we head out. And yes, we do see a tornado. A real live tornado. But anyway, as we cruising, first stop was the Bluff Fort. And of course, we make the turn, and there's the fire station. Also, there's a post office right there. Anyway, the fire station guys are checking their equipment this morning. It is a volunteer combination paid. Volunteer department. So we stopped in the Bluff Fort historic site. It's in Bluff, Utah. It is free. It's an open-air museum that preserves the history of the Mormon pioneers who settled the area in the 1880s, featuring restored and replica log cabins, a co-op store, and an exhibit of how they traveled called Hole in the Rock Journey. It also had some beautiful mats, and that is the replica of the village. That is the horses, Clydesdale type horses that they pulled the wagons, and some of the farming equipment that they used when they arrived. And a lot of people didn't survive, and the people did survive. And this was the fort and a stop off for lots of people when they were moving their way to the west. So also the top of the hill. So on top of the hill was a big cemetery. The cemetery had most of the settlers in the 1880s who passed away. And a lot of their grave sites are up here on top of the hill. It's actually really beautiful. And people who lived here also had opportunity for their final resting place. Welcome to a dusty. So we leave the cemetery here and start heading on the road. Our phones go off. Beep, beep, beep. Tornado warning in San Juan County, Utah. So we're like, okay, we're in San Juan County. Where's that? That guy stopped in front of us and looked to the right, and voila, look, there's a freaking tornado. Yes, a tornado. I forgot what the weather service called it. It wasn't a fast moving tornado. Kind of sat still. It sat there for 40 minutes as we watched it in awe ourselves, because it's something we don't see every day in California. And this was in southern Utah, southeast. You might hear some of the sound of it. But it was pouring rain over there. It was crazy wind, of course. Moving very slowly.
Tornado on the ground. It's on
the report we got later on the day from the local officials was it wasn't a designated deserted kite area. It did destroy 4, they called them hunting cabins that were destroyed, but overall no injuries. That was great. But it was to see it turning and moving very, very slow was kind of surreal. Because you see them on the East Coast, they're like flying and crazy or wherever else. But this thing wasn't moving at all. It barely moved. You can see the little tornado inside the clouds of rain. But it was going for almost, we watched it for almost like 40 minutes. And it just kind of stood still. But lucky no one was hurt or injured. Just a lot of property damage. And that's real time. It doesn't speed up or slow down. And then it did this at the very end.
Looks not real.
I know.
And then it went away. It just went right back in the clouds. And the clouds look pretty ominous with the rain. But yeah, it went up back in the clouds and it was gone. And we end up going on our rest of our adventure to head to the Natural Bridges National Park. It's not well known, not really visited a lot, but it is in the middle of nowhere, and it is the Natural Bridges. So at the end of the highway, Utah 275, it's approximately 45 minutes drive west of Blaine, Utah. You get to be here at the Visitor Center of the Natural Bridges National Monument. Say that fast. So we went inside there, checked out some shows. They have multiple hikes. There's 3 magnificent natural bridges. Invite you to ponder the power of the water in the landscape. View them from the overlooks or hit the trails and experience their grandeur from below. Declared a national monument in 1908. The bridges are named, I'm not going to even try, there's 3 or 4 different bridges in honor of the Puebloan National Americans who lived in this place before we did. But of course, it started raining. There's another bridge. But all these bridges, you can walk above, you can walk down below. Some are 2 to 3 hour hikes. Going down was easy. It's hard coming back up. But of course, this day we got a bunch of rain. And they said they had a good flash flood there yesterday, just to cover the creek bed, or the riverbed, I guess it is. But overall, beautiful sights. Hope to go back again and maybe do some of the hikes. Some people that were coming back from the hikes were pretty muddy because they did the trail. And then you take a road back that the ranger said, don't do it in low clearance vehicles. And you need to drive with some good experience because the road is very steep, dirty, windy, and if it gets rained on, be careful, it does get slick. So lucky enough, it wasn't raining here. So we decided to take the long way home. You can tell straight ahead, it looks very windy way out there in the plains. But way out there in the plains, that's where we're going. So this road becomes a dirt road for, I think it's 8 miles going down, if I recall. But they have little berms inside to help you stay on the road if you lose control. But yeah, it's just a gravel dirt road and you go down the hill. Some of my mountain bike friends, you could travel up it or down it, and people do. There's a couple of bald eagles over there, just to get a good picture of them. But anyway, this is the road that you go down. It wasn't too bad of a road for us, but if you're in a high clearance vehicle, they don't recommend RVs, of course, or travel trailers go through here because there's a couple major hairpin turns. And of course, we were there, wasn't that crowded, but there below is the road. Kind of barely tell a little bit. And you can see the road straight ahead, kind of curves a couple times. I'm glad we're going down instead of up. Because the curves are on the treatment side, the hillside. You can see the car, the van was going down the hill there. And then people do stop, take pictures. It doesn't look as steep. You can take pictures like this, but it was pretty steep. And there's the road way down below also. So there's our road. And some people let you pass because the road was narrow. You had to keep the music upbeat. keep you moving down the hill here. But yeah, it was. I'm glad it wasn't raining when we went through this road. I can't imagine how slick it can get. Probably would not have took it, of course. But it was beautiful scenery. They had probably 9 or 10 of these hairpin turns that were somewhat pretty tight. So that's why no travel trailers over 24 feet. Actually, they don't recommend RVs at all on this road. And then go down the road here a bit, and you kind of see it way down there. And we finally get back on the highway. It was a nice drive, actually. It wasn't bad. Beautiful scenery as we head back to Cottonwood RV Park. And then the weather was very, very windy. Can't really tell. And then we got back to Cottonwood, and you can see the trees blowing, and you can look at the weather ahead of us. Yep, we got a good rain again when we got back. And again, it just pours for 20 or 30 minutes, clears up, and we're good to go. And here we are back at our site. Like I said, a very windy site. Again, thank you for watching these videos. Keep watching. Make sure you subscribe, comments, and likes. Love and hugs to all. Thanks.